This channel supports St. Jude's Research Hospital for Children and is a part of their Play Live charity drive. For more information on how to join as well as how to donate, please head to the description and click the link at the top of it. Remember, any and all support is appreciated, so feel free to give and support in any way you can. Thank you for your participation. What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus back with another old gamer rant, and this is going to be one particularly focused on mostly the Order 1886, a game that I just recently finished, which I think is a really good game. It definitely sets the stage for a strong franchise. All they need to do is do some tweaking to some certain things, but I think that'll come because Ready at Dawn had never made a game on this scale before, and I think for their first try they did a phenomenal job. It's a beautiful game. They do some things that push the technology limits of the PlayStation 4 and gives you kind of a reason to as to why to invest into a next gen console because honestly, it's one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen, and that's across all platforms. Not saying that it beats anything on PC. I think once The Witcher 3 comes out and you see that on PC, my God, that's going to be the most beautiful game that you're going to ever see in your life, at least for now. But before that, the Order 1886 does a phenomenal job with its visuals. The atmosphere is great. I like the story. The gameplay is, it's solid. There's some issues that need to be tweaked there. Some things they could do, some camera issues, what have you. But for the most part, they made a solid game. Something that sets up, a potential of another Uncharted type of franchise in the mix. So I'm really excited to see what Ready at Dawn does with the next iteration. Now, I tweeted this out and said that I wanted to see a sequel and that I thought it was a really good game and, all of that. And someone tweeted back to me, all it needs is multiplayer. And I'm like, huh. And see, I always get into this argument with people because one of the things I hate to hear is that this game needs multiplayer, because I don't believe every game needs multiplayer. So I tweeted this person back, why do you think it needs multiplayer? So they tweeted me back, people want to play, let me see if I can actually pull up the exact tweet so I can quote him verbatim. But their response was, people would continue to play the game, plus multiplayer would look great in it. And I'm like, okay, understand, but that doesn't answer why it needs it. And I said that, I was like, that's not a reason why it needs it per se. That's just a statement that clues you in on what people may want from the game. It's a want, it's not necessarily a need, because it's not like and I know I'm gonna catch flack for this, but it's not like the one big missing element, the big key that would have made like people give the Order a better review is necessary. A multiplayer mode. Multiplayer is not always necessary in every game. You can have a high quality game without multiplayer. It's been done for years. It's been done in recent years. And the thing that kills me about the whole games need multiplayer argument that people try to make is that they say this, but then they celebrate certain games that didn't have multiplayer, or they'll celebrate some games that have multiplayer that they ignored and praise the single player on. It kills me. Like Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is one of the best examples, because Tomb Raider, nobody really cared for the multiplayer. The multiplayer got slammed. It got, people said it was bad overall, but it didn't lose any acclaim. It got good reviews, it got good reception from gamers all around. It's considered a hit. Or let's go back to a game that doesn't have multiplayer. The Arkham series. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are considered two of the best games of last gen by a lot of people. They're great games, they're phenomenal games. Neither had multiplayer at all. Nobody questioned that. Everybody still celebrated them. Was there a need for multiplayer for it to get its accolades? No. So therefore, explain to me why certain games need multiplayer. It's just like, I would never make the argument with someone who plays Call of Duty that Call of Duty needs a better single player experience. Call of Duty, its success is predicated on its multiplayer experience. That's the way that game has always been viewed. Not every game is Call of Duty. There are games out there, game series, that never had multiplayer that, have thrived without it. Metal Gear, until now, they're going to have Metal Gear Online with Metal Gear Solid 5. Okay? But beforehand, nobody questioned Metal Gear with it not having multiplayer mode. Did they? Everybody thinks that Metal Gear is a phenomenal series. Grand Theft Auto, up until 4, we all celebrated Grand Theft Auto. We love Grand Theft Auto. None of us said, damn, Vice City would be better, or Vice City needs multiplayer. We loved Vice City, San Andreas, things like that. So the need part, I don't understand why that came a part of the vocabulary all of a sudden. God of War 3 didn't need multiplayer for y'all to play it. Everybody loved that. You know what I mean? Hell, Mass Effects didn't need it. Mass Effects got multiplayer in the third one, and nobody cared about the multiplayer because they were so engrossed into the story. That's the thing. You can have a game, a very solid, well-received game that only has single player. Not everything needs multiplayer. Multiplayer is for people who enjoy multiplayer more than single player a lot of time. That's why that saying it needs multiplayer come out, because a lot of people these days don't necessarily get games for the single player experience anymore. And I understand that. That's all well and good. But there's a need for games without multiplayer, just like there's a need for games with multiplayer. It's not everybody is looking for that, and you can't necessarily put multiplayer in everything to appease to one particular crowd. It kind of muddles up production, in my opinion, when it comes to games, because I feel like now so many companies feel like if they don't put it in, their game won't be successful, that something will be taken off, something will be missing from the single player experience when they may just want to make a single player experience. I actually admire companies that do just single player these days, because it takes a lot to do a single player game now without getting so much pressure by the internet crowd and by a certain section of the gaming community. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad because there's a place for all types of game, and that's one of the things that I don't understand about the gaming community, is that a lot of people seem to want to just play follow the leader and have everything fit into the same box, where it's okay to have just a multiplayer game, it's okay to have just a single player game, it's okay to have a game that has both, it's okay to have RPGs, it's okay to have action adventure, okay to have FPS, okay to have side scrollers, all of that, because someone out there will enjoy that. There are people out there who enjoy all types of different games, and they don't need it to have a certain element to be appealing. They just need it to be a quality product, something that they enjoy. And that's the thing about The Order, is that it's something that I enjoy. I enjoy the single player experience. I don't feel like I'm lost or I was cheated because I don't have a chance to go online and play this game. It's a good game to me without it, so why do I need for it to have multiplayer? And there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way like me. I don't need to be a part of the quote-unquote consensus or the in crowd or anything like that, and neither do developers need to cater to just that crowd. I think if more developers took their vision and went with it and did their thing, we'd get a lot better quality games overall. Because a lot of times it seems like they feel the need to pander to people, and you can't do that because you end up messing up when you pander. But that's just my opinion. You guys, please hit me up and let me know why you feel like, if you do feel this way, games quote unquote need multiplayer. Because I have yet to run into somebody to give me a reason that makes complete total sense. So if you could do that, I would gladly appreciate it. Anyway, hit me up, let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Makers, and I'm out. Deuces.